guys, welcome back to another edition of Principal Eats. The last two times we've made chicken orzo soup and we made homemade pasta sauce. So we've done some things that were simple, as you learned, which was kind of cool. You saw how easy it was to make those kind of things homemade and the whole kitchen smelled wonderful and things like that. Today we're going to do something where I don't have to cook, you don't have to cook. You're going to look like kid of the century when you do this at 3 o'clock, today. You're going to just do like a beautiful little snack for the family. And it takes 2 seconds. I lied to you again. I don't know, like 4 minutes, whatever it's going to take. It's no time at all. But it's no cooking, and it's something that most Americans will say is bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
We're going to make some bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
But it's really pronounced bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
And it's delicious, and it's simple. And there are variations of it. So I'm just going to show you one that's quick and easy. I'm going to show you what to kind of just do it and do it simply. You can use like big old tomatoes like this or Roma tomatoes and chop those up and do unctuous, lovely stuff. We're using cherry tomatoes just because it's simpler, it's easier. These are a little bulky. I'm going to show you in a second. A little bulky when you put them on the bread, but I don't care. I want it to ooze out and just, well, I don't care. That's what I want. So by chopping some cherry tomatoes, so simply grab those little bad boys, and I cut them in quarters so they're not so big. And yes, I know I get in trouble from my editor by saying this, throw them in the pan. It's okay. You know what I mean? Just chuck them in. Like, have some fun with it. Next variation that some people will use is red onion, sweet onion, snow onion, depends. I'm using this big bad boy shallot that we talked about last time. It's called the banana shallot, and it's huge and wonderful. And some people would say a shallot.
Shallot.
Not a shallot. Whatever. You know what I mean? Tomato, doesn't matter to me. I'm cutting the bad boy up. And again, as we've talked about, you can be as refined as you want in this. It depends on what kind of, chunks you want to get on your bruschetta. But I'm not going to be so refined, as you guys well know, because I just think it's delicious. And again, you can eyeball this as you go. Like, how much shallot do you want? Totally up to you. If you like a lot of onion, you like a lot of shallot, put it in there. You know what I mean? Pretty cool. We're going to save this one for something else. So I've got easy peasy. I've got tomatoes and shallots in a bowl. That's it so far. So like I said, today's lesson is going to be easy and cool, but you're still going to be kid of the year. So I'm going to add some olive oil to that, just because it needs a little love, and we all love olive oil love. We are going to cheat again. Why do you keep teaching the cheat? I've got a real good live garlic clove here. I don't want to smash, chop, and so guess what? I got some of the already minced stuff that I bought from the store. Down it goes, baby. Just down it goes. Delicious, So we've got so far shallots, garlic, olive oil, and tomatoes in a bowl. Simple. Nothing crazy, right? We're gonna do like I always do. Take some basil, and we'll do the cheat method. It's already been washed and cleaned, and just snip it with a pair of scissors. You don't have to try and mince or chop basil, and I'm going rough cut because I love basil, and it's gonna be wonderful and delicious. Yep. Pour more in if you want, less in, doesn't matter. Like, that's kind of the fun stuff. So I've got that in the bowl going. I'm trying not to beat up the tomatoes too much, just because I don't want them to turn mushy and gloppy and all that good stuff. So what do we got next? A little oregano, because you know me, gotta have some oregano in there. And this is all up to you. You don't like oregano? Don't put it in. Could I have used some of the dried basil? I could, but since I've got the fresh today, we're going with that. I am gonna throw just a little hint of onion powder in there, just a hint, just I don't know, because I want it to wake up its seasonings. And I don't need it because I put all that garlic in there, but I just put a hint of garlic powder too, because sometimes that just adds a luscious herbaceousness to this. I mean, just take a peek. I mean, like, we're talking about fresh. This is fresh. At this point, you could stop. You could, well, I lied. You gotta add a little bit of, I'm using the no salt just because I'm trying to be healthy, so a little no salt and a little black pepper because I can't live without it. Then at this point, you could stop, and honestly, what you have here right now is you could serve with Tostito chips and like have a chunky, beautiful, fresh salsa. You could cook pasta and put this on top of the pasta and have an uncooked pasta sauce, which we talked about, which is it's fresh vegetables and herbs and garlic and fresh, you know, fresh. So, you know, you could definitely stop there, which is totally cool. You could add a little hint of lemon, because that will help bring out the zest of that if you use the zester and zested that. Or squeezed a little bit in. That's cool. You could do that too. I'm not in the lemon mood today, but I'm going to add a hint of balsamic vinegar. Again, this will be just a splash, just to help bring out some of those flavors that are like, oh, yeah, this is delicious. So I've got that going on. As I told you before, you need to taste your stuff. So we'll see where we're at seasoning wise, and where the shallots are and the basil. And yeah, that's just fresh. Wow, that's just fresh and delicious and gorgeous. Put it in the fridge maybe for a half hour, just if you want, to let it get that chilled feeling. But if not, let me show you how to serve it up, because to serve it up is easy. I'll be right back. This beautiful bit of bruschetta. Like I said, there's different versions of it, so you know, knock yourself out. I'm gonna serve it with a big piece of bread. I won't use the whole bread, but I'm gonna use the bread. And serrated knife, because serrated knife cuts bread more easily. You know, you kind of cut it on a diagonal like that. At this point too, what I could do is I could, you know, cut them like this and then put it in the oven, toast it up a little bit. But bread can go quickly, and I don't want your house to burn down, so I'm just gonna kind of do this kind of thing. This part I'll save for something else. So back to this, we've got our bowl here. At this point, I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese. Okay, I didn't before because I wanted to sit for about a half hour. I'm using big chunks of Parmesan cheese, but then I just, you know, find a cool little spoon like this, stir it up, and then to plate it, just put them on, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Guess what? It's not going to be. It never is. It's just delicious. And you know, you plate it up, and yeah, make sure you washed your hands and all that good stuff, because you're going to need them to get this on the plate. But even if the little bits of tomato fall off like that, there's something rustic and gorgeous about it. And if you have a family of 4, I would have cut more bruschetta and put it on there. And the other thing that I do is I will always put my friendly red pepper flakes on there, because if people want to add the red pepper flakes, they can. But I mean, I'll step out of the picture frame because I'm, you know, not as beautiful as those. Look how easy that was. And that's a snack as opposed to, you know, I don't know, I'm going to get yelled at, but, you know, grabbing a bag of Doritos or Cheetos. Like, that's wonderful. You make that for your family beforehand, and you saw how easy it is. And again, just the plating, it's simple, and you could, if you actually enjoy it as much as I enjoy it, you'll eat the whole loaf of bread with the rest of the tomatoes. But that's one of the simple recipes that I could give to you. Next time I think I'm going to do baking, because baking I'm not good at, but my papi makes ricotta cookies, and ricotta cookies are delicious. And that will at least show you that I do have some math skills, because when you bake, you gotta be precise. Cooking like this, I was just and it was, delicious. And I might eat the whole loaf of bread today. We'll see. All right, guys. I miss you guys. Everybody be safe, and hope you enjoy your bruschetta.